This program is brought to you in association with First National Bank of Botswana. As the world is continuously evolving, so do the means that keep it going. The way marketing, for example, is done has been appended in recent years, giving rise to what is now called social media influencing, where people with a high social media following, here known as social media influencers, use their platforms to drive visibility for partner brands on the digital sphere. For these brands, the incorporation of social media influencers in their digital marketing campaigns has become an eccentric way to increase their follower count, consumer base, and boost their sales. This because it has been shown that influencers can actually alter change in the way consumers make purchases. This has been, for the most part, a glamorized undertaking with an influx of youth, characterized by freebie gifting by corporates and other product manufacturers for promotion. As it grew, the enterprise of being an influencer or influencing became increasingly formalized and even professional, with bigger brands, organizations, and corporates recognizing the importance of engaging influencers in their marketing campaigns. Tonight, we talk to one of these influencers, revered investigative journalist turned social media attack dog, Sunny Serite, who evolved to now being the brand ambassador for the Citizen Entrepreneurial Development Agency, CEDA. He became its ambassador at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic and has been at it since. His is to bring attention to the agency's products, have dialogue with those who are beneficiaries. Recently, Sunny was in Germany for the ITB Berlin Convention, the world's leading travel trade show. Sunny tells us about that ITB Berlin Convention trip and what sort of legacy around social media influencing he wishes to have. Sunny, thank you so much for coming on First Issues and affording us your time. We're talking to you today about your brand ambassadorship with CEDA, and recently you're in Germany. Tell us about that trip. Was it reward for a job well done or the good work that you've been doing, or was it actually a mandated trip with very clear objectives? And if so, please share with us what those objectives were and how far into succeeding in achieving them were you?
Thanks for having me. It's such an honor and pleasure to be here. I know this program invites people who seem to be serious about what they do, so it's an honor to be here. I was in Germany, Berlin, to be specific, for the ITB show. ITB is an international travel trade show that attracts 180 countries, 10,000 exhibitors. Those are your travel tourism operators, 10,000 of them, and then it's attended by 180,000 people, visitors, who come to learn about different countries, Botswana being one of them. So my employer sent me there because out of the 33 tour operators from Botswana, four of them were or are CEDA funded. So my role was to accompany them to go and appreciate the ITB, so that CEDA can see whether it's worth it to continue sponsoring people to go there, their clients to go there. And then, because my employer also does not only use me to sell CEDA, it allows me to sell Botswana as a country. So I went there first to support the 4 CEDA-funded clients, and then to sell Botswana as a tourism destination. So yeah, that's basically how it went. And that is exactly why I went there. It was an assignment, it was not a reward. It was very successful because these tour operators that were CEDA funded, They made lots of contacts. There are so many travel agents that were there. They made contacts with them. They learned about their enterprises. A lot of people, including even here in Botswana, Panasero, you'll have money, but you not know where to go or how to get there. So it's important most of the people prefer to use travel agents. So our tour operators were meeting travel agents that were going, that maybe deal with tourists in Europe, America, and that's how they were selling themselves. But okay, I have this lodge in the Delta of Botswana. Can you please go and sell it to your country? In fact, some of them made bookings right there in Germany.
Sunny, at one point in a former life, you were a revered investigative journalist, and then you went into becoming what some people would call a social media attack dog. But now you are a corporate social media influencer. Talk to us about that evolution, the shift in gear that you made.
I have transformed from being, I don't know if I should agree with the tag social media attack dog, but now I'm into corporate. I'm with Cedar as their brand ambassador. And this is how it started. After being a journalist for 15 years, and with the advent of social media, I realized that my time was up. It was about time to switch. And try to do something else, something positive for the country. Because as a journalist and as a social media tech dog, I focused mostly on what you term the negatives, even as I knew there were some positives to be told. So I tried to use my social media platform to spread the positives.
I want us to talk some more on the social media attack dog aspect of what used to be your way of life or social media undertaking. Back then, you had very strong opinions and views that you shared on social media. And I want us to talk about how your current rebranding is restrictive, if at all, and how far your boundaries go. How are you allowed, or do you allow yourself to express your opinions on social media?
Yeah, no, it's different. Back then, I was at liberty to express my opinion, however, it wasn't restrictive. But now, back then I had the liberty to be biased. But now, because I'm dealing with, or I'm trying to reach out and inspire or educate any Motswana across every sector, leaning towards any political association. So it's now I restrict myself to what I write or what I post on social media, because I don't want whereby I'll write something and then people think, oh, okay, so he's on this side. I'm trying to be on everyone's side. So it's restrictive deliberately and because of the territory I'm in. Yeah.
I think somebody might want to understand what the whole brief of social media influence or brand ambassadorship looks like. For example, what matrices do you use to gauge success, right? If you're going to a client or a potential partner or even a partner, what is it that is within your report that indicates the success that has been achieved as far as what mandates you went into the undertaking with?
Firstly, now you remind me, let me give my gratitude to Mr. Jacob Sesenyi. Trust me, he's the one who started to turn me into this direction, to say, you know what, you can use your social media following, you can monetize it. He was the first guy to really tell me about it, and I started it. I actually started it with your show. And so I think what they look for I don't know whether the number of followers really does matter, but it's how you communicate with people, how you appeal to people, how you message your content, whether people can relate, how you interact with those who interact with you on or those who follow you on social media. So for me, yes, it was the numbers and it was how I structure my message.
Maybe my question was not very clear. Is the success based on just the messaging that you're telling a story about your client or your partner, or is it about the number of clients that actually walk into the doors, for example, of SEDA?
It's about getting clients to see them. I mean, there are people on social media who have 100,000 more than me, but trust me, SEDA cannot use them because I see the way they communicate, and it's not how you can communicate with potential SEDA clients.
So I want to understand, this is an enterprise that has the potential to reach so many people with buying power who are on social media, but yet organizations are still failing to exploit it to its biggest and fullest potential. What do you think, or why do you think that is? Why is there that lag or drag?
People take it, they take it for granted. So you're saying I should pay you for writing about me on Facebook? They don't seem to understand the impact of what we do on social media. Really, maybe they can give answers as to why, because now I'm as baffled as you are, why people are not. Okay, I see some have attempted. I think they try to follow on our steps, but I don't know what is the problem, whether it's paying or whether it's they don't know how to generate information that can be appealing to people. The way I do mine is like I'm just having a conversation with a friend, and you listen better when you are having a light conversation about serious things. I make my post or my messaging very light, very relatable. You can say, yeah, no, I can relate to that.
But in the end, Sunny, what type of legacy around social media do you want to leave behind? At one point, you were this renowned investigative journalist. In fact, you even call yourself the Bruce Lee of journalism. So with this one, where's your head at?
The legacy I want to leave is that social media can be beneficial if used the right way. Social media shouldn't be about all the insults that we see, all the attacks, all the degrading of people. If used properly, social media can do great things for ourselves as individuals and the country. Yeah, so that's the legacy I want to leave, that social media can leave a positive impact if used properly.